wife are back there. They're being very aggressive. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. How many people here have never been to a West End Girls show?
So Daniela, can you tell us a little bit about your career and how you went from acting to stand-up comedy to now female stand-up comedy?
A couple of years ago, there was a lull in the film business in terms of the amount of work that was coming up here, so I was really bored and I decided to take a writing course on stand-up comedy. And I thought it would just help me learn to be a funnier writer so I could develop my own projects. But then I got on stage and told my jokes, and I was instantly addicted. And in terms of female stand-up, I got out into the clubs to start working my sets and started to notice a trend that a lot of clubs, a lot of rooms in this city only program 1 or 2 women at most per show. And there's a lot of great women in Toronto who do stand-up. So I decided to make a show where we have 9 women and 1 man.
What other comedians have you admired?
Oh, I always have loved Steve Martin since I was a little girl. I just love how he will try anything.
Can you tell us a little bit about tonight's show, Best of West End Girls, and how you got involved?
Well, I produce comedy, and I decided that I have a monthly room called West End Girls in Parkdale, and that room is really popular. It's usually very full, but that cafe only seats about 40-50 people, and the comedy bar is a fantastic venue. It seats about 110, so I thought every 3 months I would take the people who had the best sets at the monthly room and bring them here. And we also are taping them. We're doing a spec taping for television, so we have them recorded for all eternity.
Perfect, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned earlier, you know, sort of the thrill of performing in front of a live audience. So can you tell us a little bit about that feeling and also producing live events?
First, I'll talk about performing in front of a live audience. As a film actress, and you never get that chance. You can only see your film cut and people watching it, and it's a little bit out of your control. But when you do stand-up, you're fully responsible for every time you bomb or you do well. And it's a great feeling getting that instant gratification, or not.
Yeah.
You learn a lot right away about what's funny. And in producing gives me even that much more control because I get to make the kind of shows that I would want to see.
Yeah.
And that's a great feeling because I just feel, especially women in Toronto are not as represented as they could be.
So what kind of audience does Comedy Bar attract? As you can see, some people behind us here.
That's a great question. Comedy Bar is a younger audience than a lot of our other shows outside the Comedy Bar, and that's great because most of my shows attract women 25 to 55, and some men too. Sometimes it's half the audience is men, but I find here they tend to be younger, and I love that because we're right in the heart of the city.
What can our urbanites, look forward to or expect next from Daniela Saioni?
Okay, the big show. I do an annual fundraiser for Gilda's Club Greater Toronto every single year. You get Nikki Payne headlining, Laurie Elliott, who just won Best Female Stand-Up, emceeing, Sandra Shamus, a legend in Canadian comedy, and a lot of my regular girls from the Stand Up for Your Sisters, which is my troupe.
Thanks so much, Daniela. I'm looking forward to the show tonight. This has been Chelsea Conway bringing you inspirational urbanites and lively calltainment.